Hey everyone, Effie here. Today I'm going to show you how I made these 3 cards using our Peony Fields background stamp. So what I'm going to do is create some faux watercolored backgrounds, and to do this I am using some Spectrum Noir Sparkle pens. And I'm just going to begin by coloring in the stamp directly. I started off with the Rudolph's Nose pen, and then I took the darker red Mulled Wine Sparkle pen, and I just filled in some areas of the florals. Then I took the Mistletoe green pen, and I started coloring in all of the foliage areas of the stamp. Once I finish coloring in the stamp, I'm going to take my spray bottle, which has just clean water inside, and I'm going to give the stamp a few spritzes. You don't want to over spritz. So once you've given it a few spritzes, it's going to activate all that ink, and then you're just going to take your watercolor paper panel and lay it on top of your stamp. Apply a little bit of firm, even pressure and lift that paper up from your stamp, and you get this really beautiful faux watercolored effect. At this point, do not clean off that stamp just yet. You have some residual ink left. So what you want to do is give that stamp another couple of spritzes and put down another piece of watercolor paper. You can repeat this process another time or two. This ink is really pigmented, so you could get a few goes with just one round of stamp painting. See, this is a third round that we went, and you can see that it's really bright and beautiful. So here, all 3 panels are completely dry. You can see the really beautiful shimmer and sparkle. And now I'm going to turn these 3 cards into Christmas cards. I'm pulling out my Merry Christmas die cuts that I've previously created. I use our Merry Christmas sentiment die, and I cut it out a few times and stack them together so that it's nice and dimensional. And here I'm just kind of going back and forth between the panels to figure out which sentiment I'm going to use on which panel. So this Mary is from our Brush Script Word Dies bundle, and I actually like this light pink against the darker panel because you can really see the contrast of that deep red in the background. Goes very nicely with the white shadow die cut and the light pink of the Mary. And I like the teal or the aqua of this Merry Christmas die cut against the lighter background. And I'm just going to use some of our Berry Bits die cuts that I've previously created, and I'm going to start tucking them behind the Merry Christmas sentiment. I also have some pine cone die cuts and some winter foliage die cuts. Both are separate stamps, and I'll link everything in the description box below, but they are previously made die cuts using our patent pending grouped layering stamp sets. So I essentially created 2 holiday themed clusters that I tucked behind the sentiment to give it that holiday feel. Next up, I'm just going to take that darker deep red panel and I popped up that Merry sentiment. And again, I'm just going to create 2 clusters behind the die cut sentiment. Once that was complete, I stamped this Merry Christmas onto a sentiment strip, cut the strip, and then just popped it up over the Merry. So this card is done for now. Let's move on to the next card. This one is similar in that I use the same exact sentiment die cut, just in a different color. But for this card, I'm just going to add a simple border frame, which I created using our A2 cover plate frame dies, which cuts out a bunch of frames at once. I had this frame on my desk, and I just decided to add it to this card. And I just wanted to keep this really simple because it was the 3rd card that I made. So now to finish off all 3 cards, I'm going to add some of our beautiful clear dewdrop enamel dots. These are self-adhesive, so all you need to do is stick them on. And I followed the rule of 3, so just add 3 in a visual triangle around your sentiment. I added 2 clusters here in the top left and top left and bottom right hand corner. And I think I used the same formula for the rest of the cards, or at least for this card. For the 3rd card, I only added 3 in the bottom right hand corner. But I just feel like these add a really nice subtle touch. It just finishes off the card really nicely. So here I just add the 3 along the bottom portion here and all 3 cards are done. I loved how all 3 came together and how I stretched my floral stamp to create some Christmas cards. And that is all from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's projects and videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because I will be updating it regularly as we head into the new year. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye!